Welcome back to the Crypto Clown World channel. I am your host with the honks, Jason Bruce. We're going to get honking on in this morning for BTC. It is the 3rd of January 2024 and oh boy, markets are a little red here. All right, just a little bit red, and we got a little dump down early this morning. Very volatile, out of nowhere, flash dump. And the reason for that being, this report by the block that the SEC will reject all Bitcoin spot ETFs in January, according to a Matrix Port analyst. I've never heard of Matrix Port before. I don't know if you have. I'm thinking probably not. But regardless, seems like this was probably some attempt at market manipulation here. And let's take a look at the charts and see what it's reflecting right now. Okay. I am drilled down on the 1 minute candles on MEXC just to give you an idea of what I'm looking at here. All right. I did take a scalp long this morning after closing out my open long positions that I had that were short term in a profit. So I did manage to avoid getting wrecked this morning, folks. Hope you did as well. I did manage to sell off this scalp and re-entered a little bit too early. I'm down a few dollars right now, but still in good profit overall on the morning, with the stop loss set just below the bottom of this pattern. So things are looking pretty good with the price action picking up here on the 1 minute candles. And you're like, Jason Bruce, are you freaking retarded? Why are you on the 1 minute candles, sir? That's how you get wrecked. Well, to be completely honest with you, this is what my mentor taught me to do when the market is dumping or when it's pumping viciously. This is how you figure out where the bottoms are at or where the tops are at with divergence. And what we saw here was a hidden bullish divergence, okay, where we saw this swing down in price action. And if you look here, and you really had to drill down this morning, folks, and you really had to look, these candles closed just below this previous set here, okay, but we're actually higher on the RSI. And as we continued to trend down on the RSI here, the price action did create some divergence and then created a smaller bullish divergence, which is where we've now seen the price start to move up. So the idea being that as long as we're above this point of control, we'll stay bullish this morning, where you can see this volume node sticking out. If we lose that for any reason, we're going to come back down to test this box, which is around the Fibonacci golden pocket down to the 786, okay? And that's between the area of about 41,250 and around 40.8, call it 40,860, okay? So that's the short-term price action for BTC this morning. Let's swing out just a little bit and we'll see what the heck happened here. So we had this cascade dump down, right? And really, it was pretty manipulative when it comes down to it, because we've got this nice high here, right? There's no real apparent divergence, except when you drill down here, you're seeing this little one right here, and it's like, well, did that really end that rally for us? And apparently, yeah, it did. So what ends up happening there is a stop loss hunt. And as we swing out here, Let me actually get off the perp contract from XC. We'll get over to the Binance and you can kind of see what happened here. Alright. So we did have this larger pattern where we did break out. I was expecting a retest, maybe at this point of control, you know, just to take out some stops here. Apparently there was just too much leverage in the market and we had a cascading effect. All right, wick down below the bottom of this pattern here and took out some stops here as well. All right, so they got both the longs and the shorts coming and going, cleared out most of the leverage this morning, which is why I immediately jumped into a long position. And I do see this as a stop loss hunt once again, and I do expect the price to push back up to the upside as we did not break any major support below the 40,000 level. I've been saying 40,000 level is extremely important. As long as we hold that, we'll remain bullish and likely make a new high towards $48,000 to $50,000. I am still looking for that out of BTC despite this flush out, and we may see that price action ensue over the next 24 to 48 hours. So as we swing over to Ethereum, pretty similar action here. All right, and maybe even maybe not. I was thinking it was a little bit of a head and shoulders, but I guess I would have to get a little more aggressive with that. It's still not going to let me do it. So regardless, you know, we had this dump down with Ethereum. Did not make it to this next high area that I was looking for between 24,445, excuse me, 24,45 and 24,58. So we got that vicious move down, took out several areas of high volume, down to this critical support area that I had outlined around the 2100 area. I mean, wick right down to it. Okay, so the odd thing to me though, you know, again, like there wasn't really a large bearish divergence, and I guess you could call this kind of like a cat ears or a double top pattern or whatever, but this closed lower than this. Okay, excuse me, this closed lower than this area here. So we had, you know, higher RSI here, higher close, lower RSI here, lower close. But again, what tipped us off was this slight divergence here where, you know, we swung up higher in the price action, but just a little lower on the RSI, and just bam, took everything out. So when those divergences come in, we do have to be careful, but this was a little bit more than you would typically see out of that, and maybe that they're trying to manipulate the market leading up to the potential approval of the ETF over the next few weeks. I believe there's a deadline on the 10th for something that the SEC is saying that they're doing, or some such nonsense. So with that in mind, let's see how ETH BTC reacted here. And we got a real interesting Darth Maul wick, where it did wick down to this critical area that I had outlined, quickly moved back up. And that might be like a little bit of a diamond type of a thing. And that could easily mark a capitulation here for the Ethereum bears, as we do have a real nice bullish divergence there now on the 1 hour, leading out of this hidden bullish divergence. I've mentioned this before. I really like to see bullish divergence lead out of hidden bullish. Okay, that's a signal that you're seeing reversal. It's confluence on the hidden bullish. All right. So I like that for ETH BTC on the 1 hour. So we'll move on. BNB, as you know, or may not know for that matter, I am in a very strong long position on from this area here, 235. Let me highlight that on the chart in orange for entries. All right, so I did long that 235 area, and you can see here we've had two nice waves up since then. I was thinking we were going to make the next wave up earlier, and then we had this massive wick down. Apparently other people had those thoughts as well, so they had to take them out. So I'll continue to play from a position to strengthen this trade. And it looks like what we have here is some hidden bullish divergence that's still playing out. All right. And when we look at our RSI, that looks like breakout and retest to me. So BNB is looking great for higher price targets, 350, 375, and just above $400. Okay, with the leverage that I have on this play, that will make me thousands. All right. So feel free to jump in BNB, folks, and help carry my long up. Not financial advice, of course. Really, honestly, kind of being facetious there, but I do see more upside with BNB. So if you do want to take leverage here, this is a wick to play off of above the 21 MA on the 4 hour. Just keep in mind, folks, what I'm saying here should not be construed as financial advice. Get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence and research before jumping into any coin, project, investment, or trade. With that said, if you're enjoying the technical analysis this morning, the music, the commentary, the ambiance, the humor, the total package, folks, please honk the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and hit the bell for notifications too. We're going to bring these videos to you in a timely manner in the future going forward throughout this bull market and any corrections that may occur, folks. So stick with us. It's going to be fun. Jumping over to Caspa, this is prime for a long position this morning. If you're looking for a scalp on the perp contract, I may open one up right now. To be honest, this is looking pretty juicy out of this little wedge here. Breaking that wedge right now. And that measured move for Caspa take you up pretty close to the Fibonacci golden pocket, around the 11.25 cent area. So anything above 11 cents, you could probably look to start to take a little profit on a scalp if you're leveraging this morning on Caspa. All right. And I do think Caspa has huge upside potential still from this level. So keep an eye on Caspa. I did have a long open for mana. I managed to escape that long in a small profit before this wick took everything out. I was buying on spot, however, at those levels, so a little underwater now and potentially looking to buy a little more on spot this morning. Another one that I was buying last night, potentially looking for a breakout on like this inverse head and shoulders, was Mint Layer. Mint Layer, they're saying, is like a Bitcoin layer 2. How much we need that, I don't really know, but at a $30 million market cap, this thing could potentially fly. It could do a 100x, you know, if it went to like a 3 or 4 billion market cap, which seems to be a sweet spot for projects that are kind of in this area. We did get this dumped down So right now, mint layer is consolidating, and things are looking pretty good there. To me, this morning to enter this coin. So this is a little bit of a gem that I'm throwing in for you. Um, Again, not financial advice, but this coin could do numbers over the next year or two. So keep an eye on mint layer. All right. So I think that's probably going to be it for this morning's update. We went over the news with what's probably fake news with that ETF denial report from that weird whatever the heck it was. So um, as the price action continues to consolidate this morning, we will keep an eye on it, folks. We'll keep you updated if anything more crazy happens. With that in mind, make sure you have yourselves a fantastic day. Take care of yourselves. Much love. God bless you. And honk your like button on the way out if you didn't, folks, please. I am Jason Bruce. This is Crypto Clown World. Take care. We'll see you soon.